This is a kit from Diamond Customs to retrofit skis onto Raptor 700. Show you here. Anyways, this is their instructions how to install the bumpers on the brake rotor. But I'll leave a link below. I got these on eBay. And they recommend using Polaris skis, and I wasn't able to find any Polaris skis. This is a ski off a Skidoo. I think this is called an Apex. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to modify this, because right now this bracket, let me get a better view. Hold on one second. Okay, so this bracket right here, these two go together. They'll be bolted together like this. And this will go into the wheel slots on the rim. Then this part is going to go into here. Now right now it doesn't fit in here because there's these washers that stick out. So what I'm going to do, take off this nut bolt and washer. I'm going to take this out, which this will go in between here, and it should fit. It's going to be a tight fit, but it should fit, which is going to just keep pressure and vibration down, I think. And I'm going to knock these out and flip them the other way so that this will fit, because right now it won't fit. So I'm just going to grab this extension. Works perfect. It fits right in here. Show you here. There's probably a better way to do it, but this extension fits in there good. So I'm going to knock out that bushing, and I'm just going to reverse the bushing and put it on this side. So it'll still have strength. And then again on the other side, I'm going to knock out this bushing and flip it. Okay, and the bolt should be long enough to still fit through here. It's a pretty long bolt. Yeah, it's still got plenty of thread. Okay, the next thing is, if you look here, there's a groove right here, and the rest is flat. And the problem is, they want this to be very flat against the ski, which right now there's a groove. So what I did is I've already cut out one side using just a vibration tool. I just took out this little piece right here, and I took that out right there. Hopefully you can see that. Just that little bit. It's only about the 1/8 of an inch, or that this steel is, or quarter steel, and now this sits flat. It's got a little bit of, I might have to take out a little bit more. There's still a little bump there, but it's much better than this side, which is not flat at all. Hopefully you can tell this in the video, but there's still a little bit of play. Let me use the vibration tool and take this a little bit out. I'm going to take this other side out right here. Hopefully you can see where I just made that cut right in that center piece. And you see that slots in there now. And I'm gonna have to really push this down to get the bolt through. It has a little bit of rock. I might have to take out a little bit more. Let me try this side. This side's almost flat. I just have to take out a little bit more on this side. I don't know if there's just some debris in there. But anyways, I want to get this flat right to there. And also you'll see with that rib there, I'm not lined up with the screw hole, but as soon as I cut it out, I'm lined up with the screw hole or the bolt hole right there. So let me see if this works. Put these together. And put this has a, I'm not sure if you can read it, it says front. Where does it say it? Right there, front. So I'm gonna put that to the front and I'm gonna try and slot these in to there like that. And get this other side. It's a really tight fit, but that's what I want. I want it to be very tight. Oops. I might have to kind of set it in there before I push these through. And this is going to be held in by that bolt. So when that bolt goes through here, it's going to hold this down. And I want this bushing in there so that it stops vibration. Just missing it. Should be using a rubber mallet so I don't ding these up. Let me see how that looks. Let me look at these from the back. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tap this rubber bushing down so it seats. Because it looks like everything else is in place. And then I'm going to put the bolt in, which this is the outside of the ski. This is the left front ski. Let's see if I can get this in here. My bolt's just not lined up perfect. Let's see. It's almost like I have to go forward a little bit. Let me see what I gotta do to get this in place. Might need an awl. I'm just gonna run the screwdriver down here. See where I'm at. It's hard to see, everything's black. Yeah, I need to go down. These need to go down some more. So let me grab a rubber mallet. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I need to sandwich these together for now, just till I get the ski all the way in. So in the kit, they give you some nuts and bolts. I'm just gonna put these nuts and bolts in. I'm gonna use 4 washers just because they're Nylox bolts and I don't wanna use the Nylox part. I just wanna push these together, which should spread the bottom out. And this is how it's gonna be on the machine, but right now I'm just trying to get the ski in place so I can put this bolt through the ski. So I'm hoping this holds it together so I'm gonna try and tap this down. What I'm trying to do is get this to align so this will go in there. So let me just tap this down Okay, now the screwdriver goes in, but I can feel the hole's not lined up. And this hole's got to be lined up perfectly for this bolt to go in. Okay. Let me see if it'll fit in there. Nope. Let's see. It's got to go forward. Up right. Looks like it is. Let me see this other side. It's really close. And I apologize for this long video. I haven't done this before. But let me see if I can get this pushed in just a little bit. I'm a little high and I'm a little back. Okay, I figured out what I need to do. I actually needed to pop up this rubber bushing on the bottom because it's actually getting in the way of me pushing this all the way down. So I'm rocking it forward and I'm just lifting it a little bit, and now I'm going to tap this down, and it looks like it just seated right there. Okay, it's forward a little bit. A little bit more. Feels like it's right. It is not there. It is right there. I don't know what's holding it. Oh, let me try that. Okay, that's one side. Let me see if I can get it through the other. This will probably be the harder part, is getting it into the other one. Let's see. Oh, I'm way off. Not even close. Let me pop up that bushing again. If that helps. Really hard to see it in there, especially now with a bolt in its place. Okay, where am I? Oh, see, the bushing's coming out. That might actually work. I'm going to take this bushing out. Maybe I should have put the bushings in after. That bushing just came out. Now I might be able to use the bushing to center this. Maybe. This thing's really tight. And that's what I want. I want it to be really tight. Don't know if I can do this with the bushing. It's just way too far out. Let me see if that bushing will go. Oh yeah, it went. I didn't think that bushing would go. All right. That thing is super strong. Then what I'm going to do is tap that bushing back down on the inside. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm not going to tighten this all up yet. It'll just be enough to hold it together. Okay, I know this is a long video and I've never done this before, but I got a good price on these skis. I got a set for $125 off of Facebook Marketplace, and I think these are going to be working really good. So the next step will be to install these on my sled. And I didn't do what I wanted to do. I wanted this to be on the inside. I didn't want it to be on the outside. And again, these were just to hold these two pieces together. And I'll probably leave them on there just so I don't lose them. And then this will bolt on the vehicle, and on the Raptor, it's only going to use, I believe it's these two. Oh, no, it's this one and these two, I believe. These two aren't used, so it's going to use these different bolt holes. But I'll show you another video where I mount this to the Raptor. It's already springtime. I just wanted to do this before the season started, because last time I waited till the end of the season. So if I do this now, they'll be ready to put on. I also like these. Oh, this is actually the right ski. I'm sorry, because this edge is going to be on the outside. You can see these skis are pretty beat up, but that's okay. So this is the right ski. So I do have this on the inside, so that's good. And the bushing, hopefully you can see this. This is that bushing I was hitting down with the hammer. I had to pry it up so that these legs could get all the way down in there. And again, the reason I had to put the bushings on the outside is because this is so tight. And this is the way you would want it. You'd want this really tight, so there's really no movement. You can see there's a little bit of play when I'm moving this. And I'm hoping that isn't enough play to damage anything. But you can see there is some play. And you can imagine when you're snowmobiling and with a four-wheeler, the amount of weight that's going to be on this spot right here. So again, I'll leave some links down below. This is from Diamond Customs. I got it on eBay. They're about $160, and they just sell you these brackets. They give you some stops for the brakes, and I'll have to learn how to do all that. They give you quite a bit of hardware. So let me show you the hardware they give you here. Sorry, there's a big mess on the floor because I was looking through the hardware to try and find those bolts. I'm not sure. I'm guessing these longer bolts are for these stops for the brakes. And that's so that your wheel doesn't try to spin all the way around and make the ski flip. They actually have some information about that on the instructions. This isn't a... So here's the instructions. They do write it down for you a little bit, but this explains it a little better. They just don't want you to spin the ski. They want it to be able to tilt back, but they just don't want the ski to nosedive into the snow. Again, I don't know what all these bolts do yet, but I'll put up another video when I end up installing this. But I just wanted to show you, they give you quite the assortment of nuts and bolts and washers. And I'll get to that later. But for right now, if you just have a multi-tool, I'm gonna start working on the other side. And maybe just leave these out until you're ready to put the bolt through and just drive the bolt with it. So let me do the other side and maybe it'll look simple. Okay, I finished the left side and now I have the right and the left, and they're sitting the way they would on the machine. And I just have to tighten up the bolts, but they feel pretty solid. Everything, let me see, they move just a little bit. That's the movement I get out of them. I'll try this one. This one has a little bit more movement. But again, I still have to tighten everything up. I didn't tighten the through bolt. But again, these are off of a skidoo. So this side's gonna be the right side, so that it has this cutting edge on the outside. And again, these are damaged, but these were only $125 for the set on Facebook. And then this side will be the left side, which has the leading edge over here, the cutting edge. So this winter I'll see how these work, and I'll do another video at that time. But right now I just wanted to get these assembled so I didn't have to mess with them in the fall, and we'll see how they do. Take them out on the lake. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks. Everything's finished being tightened up, and what a difference now that these are really tight. I'm considering putting a bushing on this bolt right here to keep these plates held apart. You can see right now this ski stopper, that's what the real name of this is called, a ski stopper. It's kind of coming out. I'm gonna have to push it in. The other one looks like it's okay, but again, putting a bushing between these bolts would really help. The bolts they give you, which is this one, they actually want you to put on either side of the ski like that and like that. That way it keeps this bracket pushed over. But I think once these are mounted on the Yamaha Raptor, they're not going to be able to spread apart, but the bolts are going to go here, here, and here, and these are the wheel bolts. The top wheel bolt won't go in anything. I may be able to make a bracket or something to go across here and span it, but I'll figure that out. I tighten these up and tighten these up. There's these bolts have a washer on both sides, and they give you all nylock. And then I found out these skis are actually skidoo, a left and a right. There's the part number. These are Pilot skis. They're called 5.7 Pilot skis. Not sure if you can read the left and the right. But again, like new, these skis are about $170 a side, and they don't come with the carbides. So buying these used, $125 for the set with carbides was a pretty good deal. And like I said, they're pretty worn out, but I can always get another set of skis. And again, the Diamond Customs recommends using Polaris skis. I just could not find any in my area that were affordable. And these will mount up really much easier with Polaris skis. I just wanted to make a video to show that they could be mounted on Pilot skis. And again, I might get a bushing for there. I might mount them up next year and see how it rides first and go from there. But they're really stable now that everything's tightened up. But thanks for watching again, and I just wanted to show this real quick with them all assembled.